Hi everyone, it's Mel from Melly's Angels. This is a new set for me and a new place for you to be seeing me, but you'll be seeing my face here a lot more. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the beginning of an amazing journey, and I am so glad that you're here with me today. What I would like to first of all mention, Melly's Angels is now on YouTube. On YouTube, on YouTube. La la la. La 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 la. So, what is Melly's Angels is the question. Well, Melly's Angels is a spiritual counseling service, also an online forum where we can come together and talk and encourage and share. And I will be doing a segment called Ask Melly from Melly's Angels, a bit like your old-fashioned Ask Dolly or Dolly Doctor or Cleo or whatever those were. For those that are around my age, you'll remember those. It's going to be Ask Melly, Ask Melly's Angels. So if you have a question, if there's anything that you really want to know, if you just want like direction, then feel free to pop a little comment below and I will do my best to address all of your questions in a timely manner and in an interesting manner, hopefully, and with helpful advice. I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to have everybody here with me because this, as I mentioned, is a new journey, but not a new journey. It's an old journey. It's a circular journey. It's coming back to the start. And I feel like this is exactly where I'm meant to be. And I'm just really glad to have everyone here with me. So, what is a spiritual counselor? Well, I don't know. I can't speak for all the other spiritual counselors in the world, but me personally, I am an integration of formal counseling practices like CBT, all of the usual stuff that you get when you go and see a counselor, trauma exploration, and all of the things that you would normally do. Because I'm assuming that most people that are here on this page are going to have some kind of an idea of mental health and maybe have been to counsellors before and will understand what I mean when I say formal counselling techniques. So formal counselling techniques would generally include exploration tactics, communication, conversing, CBT, rewiring of thought processes, just to name a few. And then, when you start to get into the more detailed and advanced practices such as psychiatry and psychology, that's when you start to get into the medication side of things. And bam, that's why I am here. Because really that's all that's on offer is bit of help, bit of talking, bit of mental strategies and things, which is helpful and people need them, but where's that at 2 o'clock in the morning when you can't breathe? Like you need sometimes a little bit more, a little bit of something to tap into, something a little bit deeper. And so that's where the spiritual side of it all comes in. And the reason I wanted to start this channel is, long story short, I have been a mental health sufferer for a long time, all my life. I literally mean all my life. I can remember having anxiety symptoms as young as about, probably 8 is conscious, but I'm sure it started earlier than that. So 8's when we start to remember things too, by the way. So that's probably why it's 8. Yeah, and so on my journey, I have found that it's been a combination of practical gung ho, let's get on top of this kind of things, which are needed. I am a big believer in CBT and things like that. They are needed and they do have a place. But in saying that, we are souls, we are energy, we are beings, we are spirit. And if I was to connect with something much deeper and on a much more important, I feel, soul level, that's where it's at. you know. So for many years, I've, delved into past lives, reincarnation, energy healing, tarot reading, angel card readings, all kinds of different tools, I guess, and divination, aromatherapy, color therapy, all of those, all of the above. And I've found that just by combining the two practices, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, probably a little bit more of the spiritual, if I'm to be honest, and then bringing in a bit of this, logical stuff does seem to get a really good result. And, it's not saying, okay, well, all I've got is these strategies or medication. And I'm not against medication either, but I am hoping that people can have options and that people can say, no, I want to try something else first. I think that should be allowed. And in my experience, it's usually discouraged, and, all that hippy dippy la la stuff that's been put down over the years as ineffective. We know it's becoming part of more orthodox practices now. They're starting to understand a lot more about energy and what we are, and things that I believe are now being proven, scientifically. So it takes away a little bit of that heebie-jeebie, this is not real, and all of that, because now there is proof about energy, and, we know that thoughts can change things. We know that water molecules change with negative and positive thoughts. It's been proven, there's science, we know all this stuff. So what we want to talk about is, well, how do we apply it to like mental health and things like anxiety, panic attacks, depression, post-traumatic stress, suicidal thoughts, all of the above, because I think this is the stuff that people are actually dealing with and struggling with day to day, daily. So that's why I'm here. So Ask Melly is ask me. And if you're asking me about it, I'm going to assume you've got a reason, and then it's probably concerning you, or that there's a way that I might be able to help you. And I just want to open up conversations around mental health, specifically anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder, panic attacks, those sorts of topics. I just really want to have more discussions around it and talk about it, and a safe space for people to come and chat and get advice for free, because it's bloody expensive. That's the other problem, isn't it? Most people can't afford it. Most people can't afford mental health advice. So by putting up a video here on YouTube, I don't care if you're in Australia, I don't care if you're in Japan, I don't care if you're in America, I don't care if you're in the Philippines. I really don't care. If you can speak English, or if you can translate it with some nifty little translator, and I can try and do the same anywhere around the world. I just want to reach people, and I just want to help people. I've got a story. I've got a story to tell. We've all got a story to tell, and I will get to my story one day when it's supposed to happen. But right now, I want to hear about you guys. So I'm Melly, Melly's Angels. Oh, that's Pen from a counselling session that I had today. I got a bit involved and excited, and the pen went all in my hand. But anyway, I'm Melly from Melly's Angels. Call me Mel. Please reach out. I'm here to help. I'm coming to you from the beautiful Gold Coast in Australia. I am very blessed to live here, and you will see much more of this beautiful space that I live in the videos to come.